We went through all the divisions, Dan. We talked a little bit at the start about competitive balance within the Chicago Catholic League and maintaining the divisions that way or constructing the divisions that way. So, do you anything glaring that stands out to you as far as not maintaining that competitive balance? Or do you think the way they're doing this now and they're doing it every 2 years, do you think they've got it right as far as how they do this?
I think they do a pretty good job of doing this. I know that some coaches from the purple, red, and white sometimes will say, hey, the blue only plays, and to call it down, I always feel funny doing up and down, but they only play down. So, and the red has everything stacked against them because everyone is up,
Right.
but there's no way to avoid that. I mean, we had kicked around scenarios that I thought two 12-team divisions would make a lot of sense, and that your non-conference games could be from the other divisions. But it's just slicing the pie in another way to get to the same outcome.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. And we talked about this. You've talked about two 12 teams. I've talked about 3 18 divisions, which combine the blue and the green, right? And let them beat up on each other for 7 games and then schedule 2 non-conference games. But I don't know. No matter how you slice it, I'm just not sure you're ever going to get complete competitive balance. And like we've talked about with a variety of different types of topics, no matter what you do when you do things like this, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like it and is going to complain, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you look at, let's say you're 2-3-8 team, and so that you just take the blue and the green, you put them together, right?
Yeah.
If you have St. Francis, who's got 350 kids, or Montini, 350 kids, when they play Loyola, it's a massive school. I mean, it's a big school. So the difference in enrollment there, I know you don't field the full enrollments. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not an army that's going out there. It's limited to 11 on the field at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So that does tip the scales. But I think someone might look at that, or one of these coaches be like, come on, how are we ever supposed to compete in this league? And I don't think there's a way you avoid that. Those schools may be saying that this year. I think Montini probably not. They'd say, bring it on to whomever every year. And they all probably should, because they all have great programs where they attract talented players and can go up against anyone. And they've got the evidence for it. The St. Francis beat Loyola a couple of years ago at Loyola.